Who is that person?
I don't think he falls down because he's a great wrestler. What if there's the right decision, you know it.
Welcome everybody to the Wrestle for Real podcast. Y'all know how we do it each and every Monday night. Got Stan with me, got Spook with me. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Definitely tune in wherever you get your audio podcasts, iHeart, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, the Wrestle for Real podcast, the official post show for WWE Monday Night Raw, post Backlash, the first show. Some of the fallout, some of the aftermath, man. Backlash, we had what was the matches at Backlash? We had the open show with Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker. Then we had Danhausen and some Smallhausens against Kip Wilson and The Miz. We had Io Sky and Asuka. We had Sami Zayn and Trick Williams with Lil Yachty in his corner. And we had the main event, Roman Reigns and Jacob Fatu, man. Well, this match only had one title being defended. That was the main event. We had sort of the gimmick match with Danhausen and The Miz and Kip Wilson, and we had one ladies match, Asuka and Sky. Some say that might have been the match of the night. I might put that at Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins, who, as far as I could tell right now, wasn't really fighting for anything. But Braun Breaker came out on top, Danhausen, Io Sky, Roman Reigns, and Trick Williams, who is we got a black singles match on the PLEs, man. So even on a smaller card, man. So they hot right now, man. Trick's getting a major push coming out of this, man. Some of these stories are still going on, as we've seen on Monday Night Raw. Some of these things is going on, man. Anything stood out for you at Backlash, Stan, man? Anything worth noting?
I mean, probably Jacob. It seems like they're gonna unleash the character that they gave a little like preview to when he first came in, where he just like came in and just raped everything and would just leave. And
Werewolf Jacob.
Yeah, so I'm happy for that. I know a lot of people complained about the Danhausen, but I mean, it was like the Danhausen stuff and even the Gingerbread Man stuff that they did on SmackDown. That reminds me of the like old like Vince stuff from like the Attitude Era and the Ruthless Aggression Era, where he would throw in the little comedy stuff. So I was fine with that, and it was a good comedy match. Like it was what it was supposed to be. And so like, I mean, Backlash wasn't like the greatest thing ever. The opener match was good. I feel like all the matches did what they were supposed to do. Like Asuka, Io should have been a WrestleMania match, but that's just me. But I feel like they probably had the best match. And then the ending of it just kind of was like, is this really for real? So,
What you think of Asuka, man? You think is she leaving? She retiring? She just going away? Like, what do you think's going on there?
I don't know, because on Saturday, everybody was posting like black and white pictures, like talent. Shinsuke, Bailey posted pictures, Charlotte posted pictures. And even today with that pre-recorded promo they did, and then even like after that, I can't remember who it was, but it was a talent had tweeted out like, goodbye Asuka, we're gonna miss you. So I'm like, I don't. And then I think I might have missed the update that they were supposed to give. So I don't know. I guess we just have to see. Because even before the match, she posted a picture on Instagram of her looking out of a hotel window, and then the song was playing was Frank Sinatra's My Way. So it's like, is she gonna go to Japan? Is this just like some kind of work for her to go back to regular Asuka? Because like, who knows? So
yeah, we gotta see what happens there. An emotional night for Asuka. Everything else, not too sure what they're gonna continue to do here. But tonight opened up. Monday Night Raw opened up the same way Backlash opened up, man. We got a Braun Breaker sighting. Braun Breaker out there with the Vision, Logan Paul, Austin Theory. These guys look like they were coming for the Street Profits. Felt like Seth was in their rear view at this particular point in time. But upon the Street Profits coming out, then Joe Hendry popped out, said we was going to have a 6-man tag match with Austin Theory, Logan Paul, Braun Breaker, the Vision versus the Street Profits, Montez and Angelo. And of course, Joe Hendry, who's been making some waves with these guys as well. So good for Joe Hendry to stay around, at least somebody who potentially is in the main event or at least around that Paul Heyman circle. Him and Street Profits could definitely use it. I think all 6 guys is going to definitely benefit from it, man. And none of them are OG vets, so they all got a long way to go, and they can possibly learn a lot from Paul Heyman. So even though the other 3 are not Paul Heyman guys, Street Profits and Joe Hendry, they definitely are able to learn in the same manner in which the vision is right now. So this one spilled out into the triple trios tag match, I guess we can say. This one didn't come to an end. Seth Rollins interfered with this is a good match, man. Like seeing Montez out there, like seeing Joe Hendry out there. Like I said, Logan Paul is gradually becoming, the heel of all heels in the WWE right now. He's definitely becoming a big guy, man. It's on that side. He can't ever be a baby face. They might as well just let that dream go. That's not gonna happen. He just looks like somebody want to do something too. He's got the arrogance, the look, all of that good stuff. But Seth Rollins came out, attacked Braun Breaker. This thing went off the rails, man. Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker is clearly not done. We still got some more legs to go with that. And then everything else just went awry, man. It kind of ended with the division a little bit. Maybe getting the better of the Street Profits and Seth Rollins getting the better of Braun Breaker. So Street Profits don't look too friendly with Seth Rollins right now. Definitely with Joe Hendry. Right now we got 4-3 going on, man. What are they gonna be able to do with this whole thing? You take Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker, you got them going at it. You got the Street Profits and possibly the Vision. Is Joe Hendry the odd man out, man? What you think about this ordeal, Steph?
Like I think, I mean, they want to keep him on TV because the fans love him. Like I don't know because he seems to be just going after Logan Paul. So it leads me to believe that they're gonna drop the title soon. And then, like, maybe he'll have something to do with that, and him and Logan Paul will have a program. But it's just like you kind of don't know, like with Joe Hendry. But they're gonna keep him around because he's a money printing machine, just like Danhausen is. So,
what you think, Spook, man? With these guys, man, you think they gonna spin off into a Hendry and Logan Paul situation, or I don't know how much longer they can do the 4-3 thing. Where you think this is going with these guys?
Yeah, I'm with Stan on it, man. Like, even before Logan Paul, exit the building, man, that was kind of like his focal, man. And Theory was like, "Hey, bro, you just chill out with it. You know what I'm saying? Just chill." But yeah, I think they definitely gonna, like you said, drop the belt, man, and then definitely that program with Logan Paul and Joe Hendry. That's gonna be a good one, man. You know what I'm saying? One hothead versus the good guy. The fan favorite. Yeah, you understand there's on something about this whole new program that they're about to start. I don't know how long they're gonna wait to break it, but yeah, it's definitely gonna be a good one.
Yeah, I like the idea. I mean, Joe Hendry has to go up against a heel based on his character. I would have preferred maybe someone he can beat a little easier. Obviously, I'm the slow build guy. I like guys to build up slow. I like you to start on the lower level and then work your way up to the big heels. And Logan Paul is definitely in the big heel programs. So they, I like maybe if he would have started with a JD McDonough, somebody like that, I would have felt better. But now we had Logan Paul, so I don't know how many more heels you're gonna get after Logan Paul unless they go through the whole vision. And theoretically that might only be Austin Theory because Braun Breaker is definitely gonna be tied up, it looks like, for a little while. After this, we had a I don't know if this was a planned match or what was going on here, but Penta came out, called out Ethan Page, and then Rusev came out, and Page stirring up some stuff, and then Javon Evans comes out, and he's popping off a little bit, and it's kind of going all over the place a little bit until we eventually got to was this a Rusev Javon Evans one-on-one match? I don't know what happened. Penta and Ethan Page. I thought it was about to be a fatal 4-way, but these guys have been married since what was it when they did the was that the WrestleMania when they
the ladder match?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
WrestleMania. So yeah, this is fun from that. Obviously Rey Mysterio had other things to do, so he ain't got time for this. So he's moved on, but these guys are still going at it. Ethan Page is kind of the new guy in the mix here as well. But again, these NXT guys that are being called up, they're getting put right into some prominent programming. They're not really slow pacing this thing, and not sure why or what the plan is or what they're hoping for, but they definitely are moving pretty fast with these guys, man. But Javon Evans ended up pulling out the victory in this one. What you think about this, Spook, man? You see Penta losing that championship anytime soon? I mean, you got Javon, you got Ethan Page is the new guy. We're not sure if they'll pull the trigger with Rusev, considering the two new guys that are there. But do you see a scenario where Penta might be on the verge of losing, or are they just trying to keep these guys busy right now?
I mean, he probably got a couple more months, maybe roughly, with the belt. Because all these PLEs coming back, back to back now. They got Saturday Night Main Event, Clash in Italy. So much stuff coming up now, man. So yeah, he better enjoy it for another month or so, maybe. Then I don't know who will really be next up. I guess Javon. He kind of came in after that. Then him and Ethan Page will dance for a couple months. Pass it to him. Just kind of keep, going from there.
Gotcha. Stan, what you think, man? What you thought about this whole match and these four guys being on each other right now, and what this might mean for Penta in the future?
I think it's good. Like I said on a previous episode, to have people chasing that title, it kind of makes it feel like it means something again, like it did when I was younger and even before I was born. Because the Intercontinental Championship was like, it was always that like stepping stone to you becoming like world champion one day. Like you had to get that first. And I feel like it's gonna go like babyface heel kind of thing. How the unless it goes like babyface, then heel, babyface at the end again with the people that hold it that's in that feud right now. But I don't know if Penta's gonna lose it at main event. I feel like Rusev is gonna cost Ethan Page that somehow.
Did they already book that for main event?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it's Ethan Page.
Yeah. I feel like it's gonna work into a fatal 4-way for it. And maybe at Clash, I guess. That'd be good. Hopefully Javon comes out on top.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not, these is like back to back, if I'm not mistaken, these two events. So I'm not really sure if they're going to have the same competitors at both events, because this is very close together. So they took a break with a lot of the PLEs in between Elimination Chamber and WrestleMania. Now they're like in full swing right now. So they coming in heavy. I mean, 1 week apart is pretty wild. So we definitely got to see what that's going to be looking like. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think Penta, we're gonna see if they liking Ethan Page and Javon, one of those guys might get it. I may want to see what Ethan Page could do, but I think it's kind of soon. I'm not sure. It's a little soon on him. So if they pull the trigger somewhere, it might end up being a Javon or something like that. But Penta days may be a little numbered, man. He really hasn't had much to do. Wasn't in a match tonight. I don't think we saw him. Was he wrestling last week? I can't remember if he was wrestling last week. I think they had a tag match last week, maybe. So, we gone are the days, I think, where that somebody is a champion and then they just have a real serious feud with that person. And the title is like maybe does switch hands, and maybe there's a third match or a fourth match or something like that. It just seems like either it's over quick or the title just never switches hands. I mean, somebody just gets tired of losing. So not really a lot of suspense and intrigue there, but we got to see what these guys are going to be able to do. But these are some of the most interesting matches on the card. Probably was the best match tonight, but they're not just getting their shine and things like that, man. So as far as really being put in a position to have a heavy storyline, man, I want to see these guys do a little bit more, take it to the next level. So, but Rusev is there, man, so it's a good look. We had Brie Bella and Paige, the women's tag team champions. Michael Cole said that everybody's been clamoring for a shot, and I really don't even remember nobody talking about these titles, man. I kind of forgot they won the titles. I'm not gonna hold you, man. I kind of forgot that these ladies had won the championship. I don't know if what was they on Raw? Was there like an appearance they made in the crowd 1 week or something like that?
Yeah,
I forget what was going on.
It's not really they don't have a women's tag division, man. They're just throwing teams together.
Yeah, and that could have been Brie and Nikki if Nikki didn't get hurt and then Paige stepped in. So we didn't even really get the full effect of the Bella twins again. This one brought out Judgment Day's Raquel and Roxanne. This eventually broke down. Liv got involved. Brie and Paige didn't stand much of a chance, man. Ironically, these are two ladies who was very, very far removed from the WWE that's now back in champions. So there's still something to see there. I just want to see some more matches. I just want to see some matches. Why is Paige not in a one-on-one match yet? What are we waiting for there for her to get into a match, man? Brie Bella, I'm not as interested, but still, you're a champion. We do want to see something. What you thought about this one, Spook, with Brie and Paige and the Judgment Day ladies? And this is one of those things where it's multiple people, multiple women involved, and a lot of people just getting some TV time, but I'm not sure what they're doing with the titles right now, or even how much this means.
I mean, they could have cut the promo, man, and went in tonight. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it didn't have to be a actual title match. They could have just went in just for one for the record.
Mm-hmm.
I guess they want everybody to talk on the mic, man. So I don't know. It could have been like I said, it could have been an actual match that went on, man. Like you said, it could have been a one-on-one, or it could have been a tag, or something besides somebody getting jumped in the end.
Yeah, I feel like some of these spots, talking helps get you over, but I feel like we got to figure out another way, man. You don't have to just talk on Monday Night Raw. You can talk on social media. I can go back and forth on online. And then when it's go time, it's showtime, man. We have a new outlet where talking can happen that didn't exist 10, 20 years ago. Well, not 10 years ago, but 20 plus years ago. It didn't exist, and everything had to happen in the ring, on the show, backstage. Now these guys, these ladies, these guys, they could pipe it up long before the matches, long before we get to Monday Night Raw, man. So when it's time, man, because everybody sees everything that's going on online. That's why I don't be online, man. They the Raquel got her nails done today. I'm just like, man, I wanted to be surprised. I try not to even go online before the show starts, man, because they just tell you everything going on. So it's definitely too much, man. Too much information out there. So to have these ladies doing promos, man, sometimes it's just not necessary, man. Sometimes it's go time, man. But what you thought about this stand and what they've been doing with Brie Bella and Paige since she's come back?
Like, I wish that Paige was a singles competitor. I
Mm-hmm.
think once they drop the belt, she'll probably have a program with the Bella twins, and then we can finally get her as a singles competitor. Because I feel like this is her last run in wrestling. Because I mean, you went to TNA, you're back. I mean, not TNA. You went to AEW, you're back in WWE. What do you go to New Japan? Do you go to TNA? Nah, this is probably it. So, this, whatever her contract is, this is probably her last run. And I mean, I would like to see her get one more run with a women's title before she hangs it up completely, if she can stay healthy. So, and I think that's probably why they have her in the tag team coming back, because when she left with the fact that I think I can wrestle even though WWE doctor said I can't. And then she went to AEW, had some singles matches. None of them were really earth shattering. And so it's almost low key she was going safe, which is fine. But they just want to make sure that she's 100% and can not get re-injured before they do that. Because I feel like she'll probably have one title run, singles title run, at least one. Even with the Intercontinental or the Women's U.S. title, one of those.
Yeah, man, we got some breaking news here. The Cleveland just won, and the Knicks is still waiting after sweeping the 76ers. So just wanted to get that out there.
The Hawks could have won 2 more
We
games.
know who the best team in the East is, man. So just wanted to put that out there for y'all, man. Big win for Cleveland. Pistons struggling, Cleveland struggling. We waiting for whoever's next, man. We sitting pretty. But yeah, man. Definitely like to see Paige do a little bit more, man. Definitely like to see Paige do a little bit more by herself, but maybe she'll get out of that soon, man. And she can have a nice little run. She can have a nice little run with a lot of ladies out there, man. But they just not pushing that agenda right now. Nobody's really getting singles runs where they really having great feuds. Everything is really fast. It's really quick. It's almost like we're just not supposed to get super invested in anything or anybody. It's like the moment we start looking forward to something, they pull the rug from under us, or they break it up for so long and come back to it and we don't care no more. So it's just kind of strange, man. I mean, the UFC is different because you got guys who typically don't see each other leading up to their fight. There's no interactions or nothing. Then they have a match and then they fight and then they never, that's really it. I think in the WWE, it needs a little bit more time together than to just like, hey, this one and done, and then these guys go their separate ways. I think they gotta hang for a little bit, man. We need Drew and CM Punk again. We need, even back when I think it was it Drew and Sheamus that had like the best of 7 or something like that? I forget who that was. We just need those type of feuds, man.
Yeah.
We had
Andrade had one of those where he left, like back in the day. And
okay.
yeah.
Roman and Cody, they essentially did it at WrestleMania a few years in a row. We just need those moments where guys are going at it, man. Cody was dealing with Drew, dealing with Randy, now he's dealing with Gunther. Everything is just, it's just moving at the speed of light, and we're not getting a chance to like settle into something and get invested soon as we know it's over. So not sure if they're gonna give Paige the opportunity to run the gauntlet, because with all the promos they had tonight, they probably could have had another 2 matches, especially some 6-7 minute matches, Paige versus somebody, maybe Joe Hendry in a one-on-one match, something like that. I don't know where LA Knight has been. He looked like he was about to go at it with Gunther, and then there was a pivot. So I don't know where he's been at. So we've had some people missing. But our next match was Sol Ruka versus Io Sky. The WWE likes Io Sky. If she got released, I probably wouldn't have been upset with that. I'm just gonna be very honest, man. They just don't seem like they're doing nothing with her, and she just keeps looking like the little girl around whoever she's around. Now it's Asuka. Before it was Rhea Ripley. She just kind of looks like she don't belong, even though she can go in the ring and she has some skills. I don't like what happened in this match. I mean, this was solid. There was some moments in the match where I was like, oh, okay, we got some stuff. We gotta get some stuff together. I mean, it wasn't completely cohesive, but Sol Ruka is good. Io Sky is good. I like the idea, once again, bring them up slowly, because when they're facing people that have been champions and essentially had big main event like matches at WrestleMania, you can't really have them win. And Sol Ruka losing right now doesn't make sense to me. Let's get Roxanne and Liv Morgan after the tags, and let's let Sol Ruka go beat on Raquel. Let's give her somebody else. I don't know who the other, I wouldn't even say a Bailey at this point. I want Lyra to be elevated, so she doesn't need to be losing. Roxanne doesn't need to be losing. This is how we bring in a new wave of women, not having them lose. So she lost in honorable fashion and all that good stuff, but I don't like seeing her take that L, and I don't like seeing her face someone who's been pretty much at the top of the mountain in the WWE, man. But what you thought about this, Spook, man, with these two ladies and what they've been doing with Io Sky and what they've been doing with Sol Ruka?
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Because one point in time when she had the belt, man, she was hitting for about a month or so. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, after she lost that belt, man, it's not an episode that go by, where she's, on the card. But back to the match. It was a good little match between both of them, man. Sol Ruka, man, she's, she could definitely be a big time star in the league, man. Io, she's still doing her thing now. So I mean, I felt like it was a good little match. I think, like you said, man, she definitely should. I mean, I guess you can't really start at the bottom now because ain't nobody at the bottom really. Everybody's kind of like on that flat level now. You know what I'm saying? It's not really like, like for instance, well, I can't really talk about that, but you know how it used to be back in the day where you have somebody from the city or something like that they're in, and they fake them that's that's not really a wrestler, but they just there to kind of entertain. So if they bring something like that back, maybe it can help the stars a little bit more. That's definitely coming into the game. But since they took that away, man, everybody is kind of like on that same level. You know what I'm saying? So it's no bottom anymore. He's above water right now. You know what I'm saying? Just doing their thing.
What you thought about this one, Stan?
Yeah, the match was it was straight. It was like that Spanish fly spot. I was like, that kind of took too long. But I think because Sol Ruka is much taller. But I do hope that we get Hill Io Sky back soon when she was Io Shirai in NXT. Because like in NXT when she was Io Shirai, there was none of this like I'm your best friend stuff. It's like I'm going to murder you and you're going to deal with it.
Hugging
And
and
it's like,
kissing everybody.
yeah, and it's like now it's like I like Like, I don't get it. Because in NXT, there was, like, it's weird. Like, she's the same height, but it's like, y'all, the way they book her now is like she's a sweet little girl next door.
Mm-hmm.
But when she was on NXT, she was like, I will kill you and eat your children. So it's just, it's weird. Yeah. Yeah. And like hopefully one day we'll get back to that. I don't know. One of my theories is that maybe Asuka's not leaving, and maybe Asuka is like going, because when she left out in that promo, she had on the makeup when she first debuted in WWE. So maybe she's like coming back as like OG WWE Asuka when she first came. And I don't know. Maybe like EO will somehow turn into the evil one. But I need like heel EO ASAP back.
Well, they don't have nothing to lose with trying anything with EO right now, so
Yeah.
she's not going anywhere. She's here to stay, but they don't have anything to lose with trying to get her to do something, man. At some point, we might get Naomi back. We know Bianca may be a little further out than Naomi, so that's going to add to the division.
Just a little.
Yeah, a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Nothing too crazy. You know what I'm saying? But I think EO is she just needs to do something different, because I can't even see where she's going right now. She's not in the title picture for either championship. So Ruka looks more in the title picture with Becky Lynch than Io Sky does. And then on the women's side, Liv Morgan seems to be picking a fight with a tag team, and no one came out. So we don't know where Stephanie Vaquer has been since the last time we seen her at WrestleMania. Well, no, I think did we see her on the Raw after Mania? I don't know if we saw her on the Raw after Mania.
I think that was when she was
Okay, so after that, she just fought and disappeared, man. And between the Raw after Mania and now, man, the Knicks swept the Sixers, so that's all we really got, man. In the interim, man. So after beating the Hawks pretty bad, man. So after this one, we had Obafemi on his open challenge. Yeah, man, I'm still trying to figure out Obafemi. I'm not gonna hold you, man. I'm still trying to figure him out a little bit here. We're doing the reset where he just retired Brock Lesnar, the Beast, the Phenom at one point, all of that good stuff. The next big thing. He just retired him, and now we're doing matches. And this particular time, no one came out for the open challenge. He went back there and found a tag team that didn't get released by TKO. I think it was Angel Garza, and who was the other guy?
I can't remember his name. They were Escobar.
Yeah, if we don't get their names, they're gonna be released. This is how people get released, man. We gotta figure it out, because we gotta be outraged when they get released. So he had one on his shoulder, grabbed one by the back of his head. This is not a good look for the tag team, man. It wasn't a good look for them. It made Oba look like a beast, what they're trying to portray. So I don't have a problem with that. I don't know if the segment was all that necessary, but it definitely seemed like this was the direction they wanted to go in, and try to let everybody know that Oba's this beast guy, and after he's already retired the beast. So what did this do for you, Spook, man? Did this paint more of a stronger picture of Oba for you, or kind of the same, or how'd you feel about Obafemi out here?
He probably got about another month or two if they don't really find anybody. He's gonna become that I wouldn't say obsolete, but his story, his whole what he's done, what he started is going to be null and void. You know what I'm saying? Because there's nobody that want to go against him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I really see what you're saying now about trying to start them at the bottom and work their way up. It's going to be hard for him because there's nobody that's his size, his caliber, to really, I thought Gunther would have been a good fit, but he going to bigger and better things now, so, we don't really have anybody his size that, will want to kind of keep going against him, even in a dance like that, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, man. Hopefully he don't, get swept under the rug. Maybe create a player or something to get him somebody to dance with. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Create somebody, AI.
And he's beating up baby faces. He beat up Otis last week, almost Tozawa. So that wasn't even a heel guy. So now, you're looking for heels to really go at him. Garza was just minding their business. They back there, tacos, they ain't bothering nobody. And then all of a sudden, he's bothering them, you know. So I mean, it almost looks a little heelish, the way he was kind of moving these last 2 weeks. But this is when you start him so high, you have to keep him high. We still didn't have CM Punk back just yet, but he's gonna need a big time heel, and nobody outside of the division really is big time heels. I mean, we could say Rusev, but I think he beat Rusev in like 8 seconds at one point. So it doesn't make sense to run that back. Division is busy. Everybody's busy. If they're not busy, they're a babyface or they're just not around right now. So he's running out of people. I don't know who they're gonna have come out there and really try to challenge him, because there's just not a lot of great heels right now. Even JD McDonough looked like he might end up in another match with Finn Balor pretty soon. So we're not even sure where that may be going. If Dominic Mysterio, they probably all in the same vortex right now. So I don't know who we got, man. What you think, Stan, man? How did this look? What you think they doing with Oba right now, man? How did this feel for you?
It leads me to believe that, honestly, some of those reports about like the original plan wasn't for him to retire Brock at WrestleMania, and now they just don't know what to do. So it's like, hey, let's do this.
Was it for
So
him to lose or for him to just beat him and he stay?
I don't know. It might have. I don't know if Brock was supposed to retire,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, even with that whole John Cena announcement at Backlash, I feel like that's something for Obafemi to win and for him to have a championship. And so it's just like they don't know what to do. So it's like we can't have this guy lose right now. So because he's gonna go on a Goldberg type run until he gets to like, because like later in that Goldberg run, he'll face like your Drew McIntyres and maybe your Jacob Fatu's, like Cody's and CM Punk's and Romans. But for right now, this is what we got to do. And the people
So
he could be facing are all tied up in a program right now.
yeah.
Like him and Joe Hendry, he could run through Joe Hendry, but it would be entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
Like he could, I mean, well, he's on SmackDown, but he can run through the Miz for the fun of it.
Mm-hmm.
It would be entertaining. He can run through Kid Wilson. It would be entertaining. But it's like since Raw, like 90% of male superstars on Raw and in programs, this is what they got to do.
Yeah, he don't even have the well, I guess we're gonna get to it next, the El Grande crew, those guys to beat up on, because they're locked into something. So I think Oba's in a weird place, man. There's not a lot of heels that make sense that he could have a good feud with. Like I said, I would have banked on a Drew McIntyre, since you want to start that high and try to keep him there. A Damian Priest, if he was a bad guy, if you want to start that high and keep him there. But if you're not starting that high and trying to keep him there, now you want to reset and show us what he can do. All of this would have looked great leading up to Brock Lesnar, but now that it's after, you set the bar so high. I mean, we're talking about Brock Lesnar here. This guy literally beat John Cena on John Annihilation. So for you to just beat that guy like it's nothing, and now you're out here kind of resetting the market, it's just a little strange, man. They gotta figure out what they're gonna do with him, or else unless they just try to get us to forget that him and Brock Lesnar had this match where Brock Lesnar retired. You know, if they trying to get as far away from that as possible, because that did say a lot, man. But after this, we had the OG El Grande Americano versus Dominic Mysterio for the AAA Mega Championship. Did not expect to see the AAA Mega Championship defended on WWE Monday Night Raw television. Sounds like a match they could have got more out of going over there on AAA and bringing some more eyes and attention over there. But maybe they're using this to say, hey, look, there's a major championship somewhere else. You guys need to come over there and watch what they have going on. But I don't know how they sold this to the fans in attendance or how they did with the no commercials. But I wouldn't have felt like there was any reason for me to watch AAA after seeing this matchup, just based on them not tying it in any way other than the title being on the line. This one broke down as we would have expected. Bryo and Ryo got involved here, and I couldn't even tell you who the Creed brothers are. So we just gonna say the Creed brothers. I can't remember their names right now, but they ended up getting involved. The OG El Grande was out there in the match, and the regular, I guess, new El Grande was not, and interfered, costing him the match. Dominic retains the championship. Man, I really just want to see Chad Gable back at this point. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the El Grande stuff, man. It ain't hitting the same. Maybe over there in AAA they could figure out something else, man. What you think, Spook, man? Are you know, what did you think about this match? And I guess we're getting close to the mask on mask match as well. So we about to get some type of shakeup here, man. But what you thought about what they did tonight?
I mean, like you said, man, this dance has came to its wit's end now, man. Like I said, it's time to reveal who is who. They got Ludwig was able to come back, man, and make a little name for itself after his exit with Gunther and all that kind of stuff, man. So they got a good little run out of it, man. He got some, he got back on top of the cars up there, man, with the whole new El Grande ordeal. So yeah, it's definitely that time now, man, to go ahead and reveal who is who, and let's start something else. They already got a run in them now, so they can go back to their regular character, man, and go from there. Get in some new dances and kind of go from there and start some new things.
Yeah, ironically, I'd rather see the Creed brothers in tag team competition as themselves and Chad Gable as himself, possibly over there with the Intercontinental Championship stuff that's going on with Penta, Javon, Rusev, and Ethan Page, as opposed to this other stuff. And then send the other three just to AAA permanently, maybe for the next 3 to 6 months. Let them wreak havoc over there, try to get some eyes and ears over there, become the biggest, whatever they can do over there, man. Because honestly, if you take Ludwig out of that mass, or Tyler Bate and what was the other guy we said? Pete Dunne.
Pete Dunne, yeah,
if you take them out of the mass, man, they pretty much ain't gonna be used. It's very unlikely that they're gonna be used. The few segments that they have on Monday Night Raw, I don't see it happening. So they need to go do something else, man. Unless Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate go hang out in TNA for a little while or something like that, man. But what you thought about this, man? How much more time you think this El Grande Americano story got, man? They just done created their own little universe over here, separate from everything on the roster. Stan, what you think about this?
I mean, the way Undertaker is booking down there, who knows, man? It might go on for a minute because they love him. They love Kaiser as El Grande Americano down there, so it's working out perfectly fine.
What do you think about Chad on the main roster and where he's gonna be moving forward with the Spanish Creed brothers?
I don't know why they put them in mass. I'm hoping that he loses the mass versus mass in AAA, and he can go back to being man. What were they called? No, American Made, right? Are they called American Made?
I think so.
I think so.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the Alpha Academy was the oldest and all of them. Yeah. Well, we go to hopefully Chad Gable can remove himself from this. Unfortunately, the injury he had sort of derailed everything. All the momentum this had at one point. It was real hot at one point, and it's for a company that does not allow things to drag out, they sure picked the one thing to drag out that really needed to end a long time ago. So it's ironic how that's worked out, man. Like, this is going on for way past its expiration. Not to mention the Judgment Day. I mean, my goodness, man. Some of this stuff is like, let's get some other stuff to drag out if that's what we're gonna do, man. But our main event of the evening, well, main event we're accustomed to seeing on Monday Night Raw, Roman Reigns in a promo or contract signing or acknowledgement party with Jacob Fatu. He comes out, he's in the ring with Jimmy Uso. Jey Uso is in the back. Supposedly his job is to talk Jacob out of going to the ring and causing any issues and furthering this situation with the family, because everyone is convinced he's not going to acknowledge Roman Reigns. He's just going to do some more damage. So he ends up on the way to the ring, taking out a very pleading Jey Uso right there in the gorilla position, then proceeds to take out Jimmy Uso down the aisle. Then gets in the ring, man, and him and Rome, they didn't have nothing to say. Him and Roman Reigns didn't have nothing to say. So they immediately went at it, leaving him with getting the best of all three guys. So he's now the unhinged werewolf Samoan from the streets, Jacob Fatu. He's going crazy right now. I don't know, man. Sometimes, if you're going to keep him in this feud and he just lost, does it mean that he has to win for this to make sense? Or is it a situation where he can just lose again wasn't do a rematch, and somehow this just still is okay. It makes sense. I mean, what you think about this, Wednesday, and what they're doing with Jacob and Rome?
I only care if it ends up with Jacob with the title. Because doing all this and maybe have another match, maybe turn this into a trilogy, and Jacob still doesn't get the title, it doesn't matter. Like it's all for nothing. So
Do you think
yeah.
they haven't booked it? You think we gonna get Jimmy or Jey Uso versus Jacob leading up to this? Him and Roman
Probably,
clashing again?
probably it'll be like he'll fight both of them, um, and then he'll go through Roman again. Maybe I don't know if they. I mean, they would do. I don't think they would do this at WrestleMania because that's just so far away.
Hmm.
So maybe like I don't know. It probably won't even be SummerSlam knowing them. It might be Clash of Italy.
I mean, Night of Champions is normally Money in the Bank. Night of Champions is kind of maybe the next two outside of a Saturday night's main event.
Yeah, so who knows with this regime of when they could do it on a random main event on YouTube, a main event match on YouTube, but we won't even know.
Yeah, it's moving fast, man. I don't know why Jacob is still in the picture. I don't know if it's the whole Roman Reigns over for something else, something bigger, something different. But he can't really lose again, and it makes sense. I don't understand why they'd go that route unless he loses again and becomes one of the flunkies for Roman Reigns or something on the heels of loser. Like, I don't see why he would go down this road. He's using the tongue and death grip, which is forbidden. You're not supposed to use it on family, and you're still losing the matches. You're not winning. This is not going to be a good look. And now he's gotten Jimmy and Jay, who was trying to be neutral. He done got them fired up. So he got those guys on the wrong side of it for him, man. So Jacob is got a long uphill battle, man. But what you think about this, Spook, man, and where they going with this whole bloodline, or part of the bloodline feud?
I don't know. It's kind of hard to say, man. I mean, if you go run it back again, I mean, you would want to have something for Jacob to kind of achieve in it. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not gonna give him the belt, why keep doing the dance? You know what I'm saying? Like, like you said, like letting him keep lose. That's not beneficial to him or to really us. Besides them, like you said, going at it every Monday night at the end. I mean, and it's supposed to be our main event. I don't know. I'm kind of clueless on this one, man. Kind of clueless.
Yeah, the main event is not matches anymore, man. It's just promos. Pretty much with Roman Reigns, it's been almost like feels like the last 2 months has been Roman Reigns. It went from CM Punk to Jacob Fatu, so that's kind of what we've been getting, man. But Jacob with the championship, what you think, Spook? You want to see that?
I mean, that's cool. I mean, I don't have a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that'll be a good look for Jacob. What you go do with Rome now? He just went through all this. Should have put Rome in hiding for a minute, man, like they normally do. But I mean, I guess now they just want to showcase him a little bit, man. But hey, if he lose, he go in hiding for a second and come back again, which is usually how they do them anyway. So I mean, they got a couple ways they can run with it.
Yeah, he could lose and not necessarily be hurt by the loss. It just doesn't make sense to have him constantly in this mix and you're just losing. So I'm not sure, man. Stan, what you think, man? Do you want to see the Knicks win the NBA Finals?
No, it's gonna be the Thunder again. You ain't beating the
Man,
Thunder and the rest, bro. Plus, no one wants New York to win anything.
I see. I can tell by every time I bring it up. Yeah, I seem to get real bothered by this.
The Knicks. Jalen Bronson is a midget.
We can't use that word, man.
And
Oh, he's a little person. He's a
and
little person. Mitchell Robinson got the ugliest lifted truck I ever seen, and I drive a lifted truck myself. Like, why do you have a lifted truck in New York? But yeah,
Man, this is rough, man.
Hart can't hit a three, but I digress.
Yeah, man. We here, man. Hopefully, we could do something. But this has been I don't know, man. Not a lot here, man. You had an MVP for the night, Spook, man. What you was looking at, man?
I didn't catch the opening, man, but I would have liked to seen that Joe Hendry and Street Profits. I would have liked to see that one, man. Because the Street Profits, man, they done got back, hype. They hot thing. They hottest thing out there now. Same thing with Joe Hendry. Yeah, I wish I could have seen that dance, man. You know what I'm saying? That probably would have been my highlight of my.
What'd you think, Stan? You had MVP tonight, man?
Yeah, for me, had to be. I got two. Jacob, two.
Okay.
Definitely is one. And then my other one, as you know, NBA playoffs. Dylan Brooks popped up to the Laker game to watch LeBron get swept. That's beautiful. That's the level of hatred I aspire.
Is that on now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm like, did that happen already? Okay.
He at the game right now. Like, that man hate LeBron that much to pop up to watch
Yeah,
his man
man.
get swept.
Yeah,
That's
man.
beautiful.
Imagine how many people is gonna want to see the Knicks downfall, man, coming up, man. But it's gonna be sad. It's gonna be sad, man, when everybody's disappointed, man. But we're gonna be ignorant. Just letting everybody know, man. It's a fair warning. We're gonna be ignorant. But just tell y'all right now, man. I might change my thumbnail to Timberlands. It's gonna be real different, man. It's just not gonna be pretty for a little while. And going through the Hawks made it even better. Being in Atlanta, man, that made it even better. So ain't no Hawks fan.
You have a good night.
Nothing, man. Right. Yeah, man. Spook still owes me money for that Hawks game, man.
Okay, I'm signing because you
in the hole, man.
You're getting belligerent now. You're getting
So I think even in the loss, man, my MVP would be Sol Ruka, man. I want to see her shine. I hope they give a character a little bit more polish, a little bit more paint on her. Because she just looks too kind of generic right now. I just need to get a little bit more attitude or something to just kind of, spice her up a little bit in some kind of way, man. But I'm liking what I'm seeing. I like her. I just needed to get a little fire on her. I don't want her to be too friendly. I don't want her to end up down there.
The dance between her and Becky gonna be good.
Who?
I said I think that dance between her and Becky gonna be real good. It's gonna be real.
Yeah, good. Becky do that, man. Becky's like that, man. But I just want to see I want to see her shine, man. I want to see her shine, and I think they could do that with her. She's got to have a personality of some kind. She's got to have something that's going to make people gravitate towards her, because she's doing some great things in the ring, man. Some stuff we're not always accustomed to seeing with the ladies. They made a Lita reference tonight, but she's definitely I could see some of that. But Lita had a lot of personality. Lita had her own thing that she was doing, and Lita used to have that thong showing for some reason. I'm not really sure what that was about, but she had her own thing going, man. So we like Lita. So if Sol Ruka is on that path, man, we got something good brewing here, man. This weekend we got nothing. So next weekend we got Saturday night's main event. So next week would be the go home show for Saturday night's main event, and then Clash in Paris. Have they announced any matches for Clash in Paris yet? Or they still just doing the Saturday night card?
They only announced one thing for Saturday night. I don't think they announced anything else for Saturday night yet, which is crazy because that's that's next week.
Well, Italy supposed to be Gunther and
oh yeah,
Cody.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So they got a match each. The main event for one card, and then just the opening match for another card so far. So they got enough people to fill in the blanks, man. So we gonna have some coverage, but next week we'll just be doing Monday Night Raw, man. Please don't forget to hit that like button. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and catch us where you get your audio podcasts: iHeart, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, the Wrestle 4 Real #4 Real podcast. Appreciate you jumping on tonight, Stan, Spook. We'll be right back here, WWE Monday Night Raw post show next week, seeing if they continue on with some of these stories, man, and maybe we get some sightings of some people that haven't been there in a while. But until then, I'm going to catch up with y'all later in a minute. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Please don't forget to hit that like button. Definitely share it. You can catch us on all platforms, wherever you get your podcasts.